If your company is doing a restructuring complete with write-offs and layoffs, you need to file a Form 8K with the SEC within 4 business days. Today on Zippy Point. I'm Brock Romanek and I'm a big fan of yous. Item 2.05 of Form 8K really mirrors a lot of what is said in FASB's number 146. In fact, this CorpFin staff interpretation indicates that item 2.05 was intended to be generally consistent with FAS 146. What to disclose? Item 205 lists 4 categories of information. The first is the date of commitment to the course of action, a description of that course, including the facts and circumstances leading up to the expected action, and then the expected completion date. Then each major type of cost associated with the course of action, an estimate. And then third is an estimate of the total cost. And the fourth is an estimate of the future cash expenditures. If any of these estimates are unknown at the time you file the 8K, the item notes that you can file an amendment to the 8K to fill in that information later. Under this CorpFin staff interpretation, some costs that are associated with the activity not be discussed in FAS 146. They might be discussed in other FASB standards such as 87, 88, 106, and 112. Let's talk about the trigger dates. In item 2.05, 8K is triggered when the board or a board committee, or maybe it's the authorized officers, commit the company to a plan of termination as defined in FAS 146. Under this CorpFin staff interpretation, you can wait to file the 8K until the company has informed affected employees. That's a big deal. You don't want the word to get out through an SEC filing that someone's going to be laid off. Note that if a company takes advantage of this extended deadline, the disclosure is due on the day of the company communication. The gray area happens when sometimes communications, if you have a large number of layoffs, the communications to the employees might take place over several days. So for guidance in that case, look to what's defined as a communication date in FAS 146. In terms of the exhibits, there are typically no exhibits to these 8Ks. If there were any, they would probably be a press release, and that would be numbered 99 under item 9.01 of Form 8K. And then let's look at some examples. Here's one where a company is consolidating plants. This company has issued a press release to indicate that they're consolidating plants. Here's another example. These are always so sad to read, people losing their jobs. This is one is about a merger integration. This example has both a voluntary buyout and an involuntary you're fired component. And here's one where you have a 2.05 8K combined with a 2.06 material impairment disclosure. That happens sometimes. And then this last example talks about the impact of the virus on the company and why the layoffs are happening. What to disclose? Item 205